Why you feel empty after scrolling for hours, it's not your fault. The addictive trap of social media. You open your phone just intending to check one thing. 10 minutes later, you find yourself scrolling endlessly through TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter, not even realizing how much time has passed. And after all that time spent, something feels off. A strange emptiness washes over you, and you wonder why you feel so drained. It's a feeling that's become all too familiar. But here's the twist, it's not your fault. The emptiness you feel after scrolling for hours is a result of powerful psychological forces at play, designed to keep you hooked. The truth is, social media platforms are engineered to exploit your brain's vulnerabilities. They manipulate your emotions, your attention, and your sense of self-worth. What's happening is no accident. It's a deliberate strategy by tech companies to keep you scrolling. So why does it happen? Why do you feel empty, disconnected, and sometimes even more anxious after scrolling for hours? The dopamine trap, the instant gratification cycle. Let's start with the brain's pleasure system. When you scroll through social media, your brain is constantly rewarded with small bursts of dopamine. Every like, comment, or share gives you a quick hit of pleasure, and your brain starts to crave more of that reward. It's a simple formula. Keep scrolling, keep getting that instant gratification. This reward system is why social media is so addictive. But here's the kicker. These dopamine hits are short-lived and they quickly leave you feeling empty. That quick high is followed by a sense of emptiness. Your brain is constantly searching for the next reward, but it never comes in the form of true satisfaction. Instead, it leaves you feeling drained, empty, and disconnected from reality. What's happening is that you're hooked on a cycle of fleeting rewards. The more you scroll, the less satisfying the experience becomes, and the more you need to scroll to feel any sort of pleasure. It's a never-ending loop that's hard to break. Social comparison, the silent confidence killer. The next reason you feel empty after hours of scrolling comes down to something deeply ingrained in human psychology: social comparison. As you scroll, you're constantly exposed to other people's lives, their achievements, vacations, relationships, and successes. And as you compare your life to theirs, something starts to happen. You begin to feel like you're falling short. That feeling of inadequacy creeps in, and before you know it, you're subconsciously measuring your worth against what you see online. Social media becomes a highlight reel, showcasing the best moments of other people's lives, but not the full picture. The truth is, nobody's life is perfect, no matter how it looks on Instagram. Yet this constant comparison can leave you feeling like you're missing out or not measuring up. It chips away at your self-esteem and self-worth, and eventually you start to feel disconnected from your own reality. Instead of feeling good about yourself, you're left feeling like something's wrong, like you're not enough. The filtered reality, perception versus truth. Let's take a step back and look at what you're actually consuming when you scroll through social media. Most of what you see is filtered, carefully curated to show the most glamorous, perfect versions of people's lives. What you don't see is the full story, the bad days, the struggles, the failures. But your brain doesn't process it that way. Instead, you start to internalize the idea that everyone else's life is better than yours. This perception can lead to frustration, jealousy, and ultimately, a feeling of emptiness. You're bombarded with images of seemingly perfect lives, and it makes you feel like yours doesn't measure up. But here's the truth. What you see is an illusion. Social media platforms are designed to show you only the best parts of other people's lives, filtered, edited, and designed to make everything look perfect. In reality, everyone is dealing with their own struggles, but because of the curated nature of social media, you never see that. This disparity between perception and reality leaves you feeling like you're falling short. The fear of missing out, FOMO, the invisible pressure, FOMO, the fear of missing out, is another major culprit behind the emptiness you feel after scrolling. Social media feeds are constantly filled with updates from friends, influencers, and celebrities doing exciting things. The idea that everyone else is having fun, traveling, or living an amazing life can leave you feeling like you're missing out on something important. This sense of being left out triggers anxiety, dissatisfaction, and the constant need to check your phone for updates. The more you scroll, the more you feel like you're behind in life, like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck. This pressure to keep up can be mentally exhausting and leaves you feeling emotionally drained. The truth is, social media is built to trigger this fear. It's designed to show you what others are doing while never fully revealing what they're not. The more you see, the more you feel that pressure to catch up. The result? A deep sense of dissatisfaction that lingers long after you put your phone down. The time sink, how social media steals your present moment. One of the biggest reasons you feel empty after hours of scrolling is that social media steals your presence. When you're endlessly scrolling, you're not living in the moment. Instead, you're caught in a virtual world, disconnected from the real experiences around you. Your mind is focused on the next post, the next video, and the next notification. This constant distraction pulls you away from your own life, leaving you feeling like you're missing out on real, meaningful experiences. Instead of connecting with people face-to-face, you're connecting with a screen, and it leaves you feeling empty. The more time you spend in the digital world, the less time you spend living in the physical world, and that creates a deep sense of disconnection. True fulfillment comes from living in the present moment, experiencing real-life interactions, and engaging in activities that bring you joy. But social media keeps you trapped in a virtual bubble, making it harder to experience the joy of real life. The algorithm, the hidden puppet master. Now let's talk about the most insidious force at play behind your endless scrolling, the algorithm. Social media platforms use sophisticated algorithms designed to keep you engaged for as long as possible. These algorithms learn from your behavior and predict what will keep you hooked. The result? You're constantly fed content that appeals to your emotions, desires, and interests, making it harder to stop scrolling. It's not just random, it's carefully engineered to exploit your brain's natural tendencies. And as you continue to scroll, the content becomes more personalized, more addictive, and harder to resist. But here's the dark side. The more you scroll, the more you feed the algorithm, and the more you become a slave to it. Your attention, your time, your emotions, they're all being manipulated by a system designed to keep you hooked. The emptiness you feel is a direct result of this manipulation. You're not just scrolling, you're being controlled. The need for connection, the paradox of social media. Finally, let's address the deeper emotional need that social media taps into, the need for connection. At its core, social media is designed to make you feel connected to others, to build relationships, and to be part of a larger community. But ironically, the more you scroll, the more disconnected you can feel. Why? Because social media fosters shallow connections. While it allows you to interact with people, those interactions are often fleeting and lack the depth of real-world connections. Instead of feeling truly connected, you end up feeling more isolated. The empty feeling after hours of scrolling is a sign that your need for genuine connection is being left unmet. Breaking the cycle, how to reclaim your life. So now that you understand why you feel empty after scrolling for hours, it's time to take control. The first step is awareness. Understanding that social media is engineered to exploit your brain is the first step in breaking free from its grip. The second step is to take a break. Set boundaries for your social media use. Limit your time, turn off notifications, and prioritize real-life connections over virtual ones. Start by asking yourself, what do I really want from social media? Is it connection, entertainment, or validation? Once you understand your motivations, you can use social media more intentionally instead of letting it consume your time and energy. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this video eye-opening, hit the like button and subscribe. Stay updated for more tips on reclaiming your time, focus, and emotional well-being.